Hey folks, Titan 7 here, just cooking some ramen noodles on the gas stove. Now something came to mind while I was cooking this. Metaflight's flying over. So, just even this little bit of noodles right here is putting off a delicious smell. Now, as you gotta cook these outside, preferably, and this stuff you pour in is terribly bad for you. Lots of MSG and salt. But anyway, cooking anything outside, see all the delicious smelling steam coming off of that. In a grid down scenario or situation, people hadn't eaten in 3 or 4 days. This right here is ringing the dinner bell for anybody within smelling distance. Oh shit. Sorry, kiddos. Now, if you're going to cook something like this, you preferably want to do it during the day because that's when the most smells are out, the most noise is out. At night, especially being from a military background, at night, smells and sounds travel much, much further. You can see a cigarette being smoked from 3/4 of a mile away, and you can smell it even further. The same thing goes with cooking your food. So you want to try to do it during the day, and you want to preferably try to do it somewhere with the least amount of smell good getting off to somebody that might be hungry. Now, the way things are looking with the inflation and everything else, this might be a hearty meal for somebody one day. And that's just one package of ramen noodles. If you haven't looked up the Sarajevo guy, he did a blog about different things with the Sarajevo Bosnian War and the Siege of Sarajevo. He said within the first year, there wasn't a door left on the hinges. Every piece of wood, every scrap of wood was burned to keep warm. And see, he said after a while, people would have traded a meal, and food was pretty scarce. But people would have traded a meal for some shampoo, deodorant, toothpaste, a hairbrush, anything to make them feel human and take their mind off the war. I don't want to be a doomsayer, and I don't want the kids to see the things that I and others have seen. But I got a real bad feeling about what's coming. And what's coming is not going to be good for anybody. And I have a feeling that if this does come to a war with Russia, and I know Russia doesn't want it, but if it does, all these wars from the past that nobody has ever seen in America, the last war that was fought on American soil was the Civil War, and before that, the War of 1812. Nobody living today has seen a war fought on our shores, on our soil. And I have a fear that the children are going to grow up with that. They're going to see it firsthand. The prices on guns went up $50. Went by Academy and looked today. Sig and Glock and several other models of guns went up $50 today. I asked the guy about 45 long Colt, and he said he gets it occasionally. It's $50 for a box of 25. I was wanting to get a judge, but I think I changed my mind when I heard the price of ammo. But folks, stack your food, water, ammunition, tradable goods, stack them to the rafters. I think we're about to see what our forefathers went through during the Depression. I hope y'all have a blessed day, and I hope I'm wrong about everything.